Rob.
Tony. And I'm Jeff.
We're in gaming.
And that's you.
Hello gamers and welcome back to the Inn. I'm Rob, of course, or Warshack if you want to call me by my in-game name. Today we're going to be going from rank 4 to 3 in this Road to Legend episode, playing Cthulhu Warrior for as long as possible. We'll see how well we do with this deck. In worst case scenario, we'll go back to the Priest, at which we've been playing from 5 to 4. So we'll see how this 4 to 3 goes. Hopefully we'll be able to do it in a straight shot here. We just need 3 wins in a row and then we'll be at 3. We are getting closer to the end of the month, which makes it so I've got to do this quite quickly. So hopefully we can just go against a bunch of shamans and warlocks, and as weird as that sounds, because those are normally classes you don't want to go against, warrior and priest excel when they go against any mid-range or aggro to like mid-range deck. So it's also, I think, like what, 7:30 in the morning. So I looked over at Tony like he would know, but he's not paying attention. 7:35, so we're a bit tired. So, oh my god, this opening hand is double Warshack, double slam. How fantastic. Kappa. Alright, so he is playing Zoo, so this hand is actually pretty decent against him, surprisingly. Normally, we're not that lucky. So we could, I guess, we could just equip the Warshack, and do we attack into this possessed villager? I don't think so. We're just going to wait for that dire wolf, unless he's playing like an acidic swamp ooze, which I don't think he is. A new card into Zoo, though, is the Crazed Alchemist. Because everybody's playing the Doomsayer. So we're just going to slam off this Councilman. This thing needs to die ASAP. Card is completely broken, in my opinion. Yeah, so we don't kill that, bad things happen to us. He used his coin, which means he cannot coin out maybe a defender on turn 3 if he would have played another like resilient minion. So, alright, this is fine. So I guess we're just going to Disciple of Cthulhu the Flame Imp. Well, we need to kill. Well, do we really need to kill? Theoretically, we could just Cthulhu's Chosen kill off Direwolf, and he has to attack both creatures, and a Cthulhu's Chosen to kill it. If we Disciple of Cthulhu the Imp, we kill the Direwolf, then this 1/1 swings into our Disciple, and we're basically at the same standstill. But this costs 4 mana, this costs 3, so. Kind of like the Cthulhu's Chosen a little bit more than the Disciple, because next turn, with the Disciple, we could use like our Armor Up, or throw a War Axe, but we cannot play the Cthulhu's Chosen next turn and then play a 2-drop, so. Just utilization of mana here. If he wants to kill both his creatures to kill our 4/2, that's fine. If not, that's fine, because then we can just War Axe down this 3/2, or slam it, or kill it off with our creature. It doesn't matter. But we do have to get rid of this possessed villager pretty soon, because that death rattle is quite annoying. Cthulhu is, I believe, an 8/8. Yeah, so we'll just play the Disciple, and he'll be the 10/10, which means our Veclor and Armor people will get powered up. So it looks like he is making the trade to kill our 4/2. Up, Gouliad Octopops. He's got quite a powerful field. Hopefully we can draw into Ravaging Ghoul semi-soon. Try to kill off as many as we can. We have to try to play around Defender of Argus, but it's going to be tough because he has a lot of 1/1s, and without Ravaging Ghoul to deal 1 damage to everything on the board, we don't really have any good Gouliad Octopops removal. He's tapping, so he doesn't have a good answer on turn 5. Which either means he didn't want to play Doomguard or he doesn't have the Doomguard. He also could have Leroy in his hand, the card going for the very left. If he plays that, I believe he has 1 more card in his hand from the opening start. So probably could have a power overwhelming. So there's a Crazed Alchemist, which we had mentioned at the start that they started running. So that's interesting that we saw him play that. Wolf is super good, so I guess we'll just kill the Crazed Alchemist. If we Brave, the problem is he can just power overwhelming one of these. Actually, he's gonna have to kill off 2 of them, but we will see a power overwhelming here. And it's funny he used the Crazed Alchemist then, because if he would have saved it, then he could have just switched the attack and defense of our Brave, made it a 6/2, and then just swung 2 Gouliad Octopops into it. But in this situation, he only runs 1 Alchemist, which means he's gonna have to do the full 6 damage to it, which means he's gonna have to power overwhelming our defender. Voidwalker, no good answers for him. There's the power overwhelming. Okay, so he's gonna sack both tentacles into our Brave. Alright, we're gonna shield slam to draw, or shield block to draw first to see what we get. I mean, theoretically, we could clear the board, or we could just bash the Knife Juggler. I think bashing the Knife Juggler is fine. And then next turn we have the Shield Bearer. This is the part where if we have kind of the bigger creatures, we can gain a small leverage because the Zoo semi has run out of steam, but because his passive allows him to continuously pump out these creatures every turn, he practically draws 2 to our 1 every turn. I think the Emperor is actually a little bit better than the Shield Bearer just because it puts 2 creatures on the board. We're going to save Shield Slam for maybe like a, what is it called? A Sea Giant, Doom Guard, things of that nature. Big, scary. Like Twilight Summoner, that's fine. Why the fuck is he playing Twilight Summoner? Oh, he must have, no, he hasn't even played, that doesn't make sense. Why are you playing this card? Anyway. I guess we could just Shield Slam the 4/4. Doesn't matter. Yeah. We'll deal with the 5/5 that comes out of this next turn. But for now, we can just take care of that 4/4. And next turn, we have Cthulhu. And that'll be the game over. Because we know Warlocks do not run any sort of hard removal. They don't run Siphon Soul. They don't run Twisting Nether. They don't run any of that. For a second, though, when he played Twilight Summer, it made me think he was running like N'Zoth Paladin or N'Zoth Warlock, but wow. So he runs Gormok, Twilight Summoner, and Sea Giant. Pretty intense. So we could play Cthulhu and see how well that goes. Or we could just start drawing.
Maybe.
Do we kill off the Dire Wolf? I don't think so. I think if we play Cthulhu, we have a higher chance to kill creatures this way. Okay. So Peddler, please don't have corruption. $14 HP, so we draw into, I was gonna say Despite, but we don't have Despite anymore. Rip the Bite. Kinsamida on the floor. Nice, 2 more wins. I actually added the Crazed Worshipper in the deck just to combat Zoo and Shaman a little bit more. It's really bad against Priest because they can just Shadow Word Paint it. But we only took out, I think we took out a Bash for it. No, we took out an Acolyte of Pain for the Crazed Worshipper because I found like if we play against Shaman or Zoo, that the Acolyte of Pain, it's too slow. So against Rogue, Ravaging Ghoul doesn't seem that great. Double Cthulhu's Chosen actually seems semi-okay. Because we can coin, yeah, we can coin 1 and then just play the other naturally and just play the War Axe on 2. Not the best hand we could have, but I guess it's okay against Rogue. It depends how good his start is, right? Because if he has a semi-slow start and doesn't get like the Auctioneer craziness until like turn, let's say 6 to 8, I mean, yeah, I don't know, we'll see. I'm just gonna War Axe. And then next turn coin into the double Cthulhu's Chosen. Well, coin into 1 and then obviously play the normal 1 on 4. We haven't been able to drink Monster in a while, so it's starting to give me a tummy ache. It's weird. Very powerful stuff. Very powerful stuff. Oh wow, we could actually play the Brand here. And then it forces him to have to deal with it. And if he doesn't, then we get the +2/+2. But how important is that? I don't think really that's that important. I would much rather save Brand for like, if we have to trigger like the 20 armor or the, you know, double or the triple Veclor or something like that. More so than, or maybe double Cthulhu's Chosen. So he's just gonna backstab this.
Thank you.
Well, he used one backstab. We're trying to make him use all his utility spells now, so maybe playing Brand on 3 was good, because then you would have to use like an Abyss or something, and it gives him less burst later on. But the problem is, it's not the Abysses and the burst, it's more so, please don't have another backstab. Azure Drake, please don't have another backstab. Prep, okay, so you used a prep, that's good. Into an Abyss. A Shadow Strike, interesting, okay. So we're taking a tidbit of damage here, but he only has 4 cards in hand, so. There's the Shield Bear. How much do I would have to say the Azure Drake is a little bit scarier than the Tomb Pillager. Granted, we could have gotten rid of both of these, but I'll just play the Sylvanas next turn. So if he plays Gadget and Auctioneer here, he's going to be in a bit of a pickle unless he has like another prep or like a Shiv or a Phantom Knives, and then he can kind of rebuild his hand. But at that point, what could we have done different from the start anyway? We played our double Cthulhu's Chosen, he dealt with them pretty well. Backstab prep into the Shadow Strike was definitely not so nice. So we actually could Ravaging Ghoul. Yeah, we could clear board with Ravaging Ghoul or play Sylvanas, and then he has 9 damage on board. So I would much rather clear his board here, to be completely honest. I don't want to deal with being at really low health this early on. Not to say that 17 isn't low, but I would rather clear his board basically. Keeping the plus spell damage out and the Tomb Pillager out. Granted, we did give him a coin, so now he can Auctioneer a coin, automatically draw a card, have 2 mana because he coined, so he doesn't have it, which is good. So
You want to buy a
Undercity Huckster, that's interesting. An SI agent and a weapon to kill that. Okay. So theoretically, the Shield Bearer is better here, because if we play the Sylvanas, he just attacks both these 2 creatures in and it kills it. So we have to kind of save Sylvanas until he plays the gadgets in, but then at that point, then he just saps it. So we actually have to draw like Shield Slam, so he can Sylvanas, Shield Slam, take his gadget and Auctioneer, but then he always has another one. Rogue is a hard matchup, guys. It's such a good class right now. So he's going to Cold Blood to make the trade. He's actually going to steal one of the cards out of my deck, which is not so good. But we did stop him from... He's used a Cold Blood and a Deadly Poison so far, so there's a lot of things that he's kind of utilizing now that stops his burst potential. But he still has 2 Abysses and Leroy. There's the Sylvanas. Here's the Shield Slam. We actually don't have any plays besides Sylvanas.
I have no time for games.
As bad as this looks, it needs to happen. Normally I save this for Gadgetson, but we don't have that option to wait. We can't just play Brand by himself. We have nothing to execute. Shield Slam is not that great, because again, if he had maybe like an Azure Drake or a Tomb Pillager out or something we could actually Shield Slam, maybe we could just buy our time with that, but yeah. So it looks like he's going to do another Cold-Blooded. Yeah. So we're actually going to Shield Slam. Well, he's probably going to take out all of our armor here, so we need to either draw into more armor so we can actually kill the SI agent. Now it looks like we have to draw into Brawl. Yeah, so we have to draw into Brawl or like a shield block into like more armor. Alright, so shield block is key. And then we drew into Brawl too. Sick. Alright, so hopefully the 1-1 lives and then we'll most likely win. Alright. That was so good for us. Like, I can't even complain about my RNG today. Like, that utilized what the fuck? He gets Varian Rin out of fucking Undercity Huckster, and then gets the Auctioneer. Oh my fucking god. Alright, now I can complain again. Yep. Now I'm back to complaining. Out of all the warrior cards? Seriously? What the fuck? Conceal this too, please. I want you to draw into the conceal, because you deserve it. Alright, draw me another Brawl off the top. True Heart. That doesn't exactly do everything we want it to. Yeah, there's no way to win. Not when you get Varian out of a fucking Undercity Huckster. So I see 11, 14, 15, 16. Damn, man. That was some pretty lucky shit right there. We played that so well, and we get fucked by our own card. You hear that, Tony? Rogue got Varian Rin out of Undercity Huckster, which gave him an auctioneer. So then he coined and prepped. And drew 2 more cards. Truly a miracle. You know how many warrior cards he could have gotten that, you know, wouldn't have impacted the game? Like a slam, a bash, even a brawl. Like, I don't give a fuck what warrior card did. Just don't give him Hellscream and don't give him Varian Rin. Those are kind of 2 of the cards that, you know, warrior legendaries, you prefer to stay in the warrior class. Just, you know, just some of the things, you know. Do we keep bash? You know, I'm going to keep bash because I think this little douche tool is playing the pirate rogue. Or a pirate warrior. So we're going to get rid of Gorehowl. And we're going to... Do we keep slam? What would we slam if he's a pirate warrior? We're going to look for War Axe here. We're going to keep the bash and disciple though. Because we have coin. So we can coin out 1 on 2 and then play 1 on 3. Alright, so Brawl. Nah, Brawl's okay if he's running the pirates. But Shield Bearer is not so great right now. But the problem, there's a couple issues with Priest. One, Druids. Druids is almost an instantaneous loss if you're playing Priest, just because everything has 4 attacks. So you can't Shadow Word Pain, you can't Shadow Word Death. You're like, you're like in between everything. So it's really, really tough if you're a Priest to beat a Druid. And then, we're just gonna armor up here. It looks like he's not playing Pirates, so he's most likely gonna be playing Cthulhu. Hopefully he doesn't run Doomcaller. And then Rogue. Rogue is really tough because it really doesn't matter if you have 30 health or not. If they can just burst you down over the course of like 1 to 2 turns, it doesn't really matter how much healing you have. We're just gonna match him with the armor up. So this is gonna be basically a whole sort of value game, kind of back and forth. And now I'm stuck with having to play the first card because I have, I believe, 10 cards in my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We only have 9, but we can actually War Axe and then passive. He could be playing Harrison. Then he draws 2. How bad would that be? I really don't mind. I'm looking at him highlighting over cards, because if he highlights one in particular, I'm going to think he has Harrison, then I'll make... If he plays Harrison, what do we do? No. We disciple Coin Bash. Keeps highlighting over 2 in particular. What would 2 cards you'd play on turn 5? You know what? I don't mind giving him 2 cards if he has Harrison. If this game is going to go to fatigue anyway and he goes 2 cards ahead, I'm cool with that. Okay, no Harrison. Acidic Swamp Ooze? Doomsayer. Okay. I have 9 cards in hand. We good. Why would you Doomsayer on 5? Yeah, obviously he's playing some card on 6. There you go. That's an interesting card to play. So we can Brand, hit this for 4, and then swing with our axe, and then have 2 cards on board. Or we could just bash and then hit it with our weapon, save Brand. But then we don't get the, I think getting the Bronzebeard activators going, because we only have 1 activator in our hand, which means we can't play the Bearer anytime soon. So I think this is fun. Just to get our Cthulhu to a 10-10. It's a weird card you'd play. What is this? It's a 6-drop 7/6. So it gets basically its stats, instead of being a 6/6, which would be a decent, it's a 7/6. 7/6 though. Why 7/6? Why wouldn't you just play? I mean, in a Cthulhu deck, I suppose it's okay, but it's just like, why? Bash? Oh wow, he executed our Brawn. It's a weird play. It's not a weird play, it's just a little wasteful, don't you think? So here we could just go Shield Bearer, attack into this 3/3, or we could hold back. I don't think there's any reason to hold back. I mean, we played Brand last turn and played the Cthulhu's Disciple, or the Disciple of Cthulhu, to get this guy the ability to give us 10 armor ASAP. So now he has to, like, Shield Slam it? He could Sylvanas here, too. And then we draw into our Sylvanas, and then we Shield Slam our own Sylvanas, and we take his Sylvanas, and then he brawls. And then we say rip.
I have no time for games.
How do I know? Fortune teller Rob on the scene. That seriously just happened, right? We literally just called out the future, boys. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Are we recording? This is recording, right? Oh my fucking god, boys and girls. What is the chances of that? He had... I have to show Tony. That's fucking crazy. Anyway, back to the game. Back to the game. Alright, so we can just disciple this and bash it. Armor up, swing for 6. So now we've chunked down his armor, so which means he can't shield slam our 6/4 anymore. It's interesting to see him run Baron. That's a card that was actually thrown out of, I wouldn't say thrown out, but just not as popular in the meta for a while. And then we had a couple streamers, I believe it was like last week or something, mentioned that Baron is really, really good and everybody should play it. And little do we see, Meryl the cat really following their advice. The only problem with Baron is he's not so good playing against other control decks because most of the cards don't have 2 HP or less unless they have like a decent field, and then you're able to like do some sort of Whirlwind, Ravaging Ghoul, get them down pretty low. Wow, you're playing an extremely greedy list. Don't kill my 6/4. Rag, just hit my face. Just hit my face, Rag. Of course it hits my fucking 6/4. Why wouldn't it hit the fucking 6/4? There's no reason. Do we just slam it again to draw, or do we shield slam? Or shield block? It's 15 to 17. We have no answers, though. I think we shield block. And by answers, I'm talking about cards that we can play to kind of keep the pressure going. Because right now, we've got nothing. We have a 2-1 on the board. If our 6/4 would have stuck, and it would have killed, it had a 66% chance to hit this 2-1, which would have been fine, or our face, which would have been ideal. And then that 6/4, obviously he had no way to deal with it because he played solo Rag, hoping that it would, you know, kill the 6/4, which it did, of course. So it looks like he is playing the fatigue sort of warrior, or yeah, fatigue warrior list. All right, so it looks like we're going to have to Disciple of Cthulhu into this and then Ravaging Ghoul that. Hopefully we can draw into Elise soon. That would be pretty cool. I really don't even mind that he has the tank up. I mean, obviously we didn't want him to top deck the True Heart to play it, but at the same time, if we can just draw our Elise, I think we'll be in a pretty safe spot. So now the question is, obviously this is going into here. That's not the question. Is the question we play the Brave and then we play the Ravaging Ghoul? Or do we play the Ravaging Ghoul and then the Brave? And the real question is, do we think he has Execute? And if he does have Execute, then we obviously probably want, he already used 1. So I think we can play the Brave. I think it's safe to play the Brave and then the Ravaging Ghoul. The problem is that we just don't want it to do 2 damage. We actually want it to be some sort of a threat. And I don't want to be forced to play my second Ravaging Ghoul next turn if, like, he plays a card that we want to kill. Like Cthulhu. And the reason he played Cthulhu now is because he's running Doomcaller. So, killing Cthulhu really does not feel that great. But, wow. So we slam it, we're still going to have to swing. Well, we could Ghoul, but then he revenges. Alright, so we're just going to kill it. And now we're going to use Arcatoon. But the problem is he does have that Doomsayer guard guy thing. which is not so good. That's the only reason he would play his 8/8 Cthulhu that early. Yeah, it was the new switch, or the new USB thing over there.
It's working?
Ideally, it should be working. I mean, all my peripherals are working. Alright, so here comes the execute onto our Cthulhu.
Hell yeah. Wait, new color.
Twin Emperor? Oh, he had to play the Disciple in order to bring that out because his Cthulhu was still pretty weak. Alright, well, we can't... We're going to definitely kill this one because that actually is the one with the ability. I suppose we could slam this just to see what we draw. That's pretty good. So this has 6, so we actually have to... Yeah, we're gonna ghoul. And this makes it where it's 1 off. So we Cthulhu's chosen and then he brawls. Or we stay like the...
Even more, so he has to swing like a War Axe into it.
But he's not gonna swing a War Axe into it. Because he would have to swing a War Axe anyway.
Yeah, I know, but it'll give him more than 1 damage out of reach, because it'll put that +2/+2 into a 4/7.
He could still War Axe that.
I know, but you have to take 12 in the face.
He's gonna have to War Axe it anyway, is what I'm saying. And he's just gonna brawl if I play the Chosen.
You might play Ravaging Ghoul, just do 1 damage.
He could play Ravaging Ghoul to deal 1 damage.
That's what I was saying. I mean, I was just saying to put it out of range more, but...
Yeah, well, not out of range of more, out of range of abilities like 1 damage like Ravaging Ghoul, true. But then if we would have played Cthulhu Chosen, I was much more worried about him just using a Brawl and killing off 3 of our creatures than using a Ravaging Ghoul and holding on to Brawl. Because right now he had to play a card, and then we have the advantage to just swing into it. Like this, and then we can do this, and now this contests that.
Yeah.
And then we still have this, and he only has 3 cards in hand, 4, and we still have 2 brawls left and the ability to Elise. Either play was safe there. It all depended what he had, you know what I mean? If he didn't have the brawl, then your method was better because then he wouldn't have been with Ravaging Ghoul. But he hasn't used any brawls yet, so I
gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. He's been holding on to 2 cards in his hand for a long.
He's probably the same.
He's playing. Yeah, he keeps playing right off the top, which tells me if he had a Ravaging Ghoul, see, there's the Doom Caller because we knew he had it because he played the Cthulhu extremely fucking early.
Rip. See, this is why you need to play that card. He has a golden Doom Caller. He's really good.
So I guess now we brawl, right? Hopefully, I don't really care. I just don't want his 6/9 to live. Hell yeah, True Heart.
Ooh, RNG.
The true bad bitch.
Coin out. No.
No, we're not playing anything because he'll just brawl.
Well, that turns into a legendary. And the brawls turn into something.
So now here we'll play probably just Bloodhoof.
Such a good comment.
I know, right?
I think one of the best combos in the set.
I have an axe.
So as long as he doesn't draw into his Cthulhu anytime soon, that's fine. He has 12 cards, so I mean theoretically, it's roughly about an 8 to 10% chance each turn as we go down to 10 cards, but I'd particularly not. Can we just draw our Elise? Our Elise is going to be how we win, because after we Emperor, we Elise. We don't need to play the Cthulhu's Chosens because they don't necessarily do a ton right now. So he's going to Shield Slam off the 2/6, and then he's going to swing his 2/4 into the 6/3. Okay. So now we kill this 4/2 off, and then we can either play our Veclor or our 4/2, and then or we could play double 4/2s. I almost want to play the... No, we're just going to play the Veclor. We're going to not coin. Normally, like, let's say we were playing a different class and we didn't have Elise, coin to passive wouldn't have been too bad, but the fact that the coin turns into a random legendary, it's pretty nice. So there's the Harrison. We still have Gorehowl in the deck. There's the Brawl. So as long as one of our 4/6s live... Fuck me, dude. I guess it's the same thing that happened with the Justicar, right?
Do you have the artifact?
Oh, man. So what if we get Cthulhu out of our Elise? Or like Malorn or something? I think we've lost... Well, it's 8-6. The problem is if we use our Elise, then we lose out on being able to deal with the Cthulhu unless we get like a Deathwing or something to deal with it, because we lose all of our utility spells, which I believe we still have like a one shield slam left, or like a brawl or something like that. He's using a lot of cards though to kind of match us. Here's our execute. 7 cards left. His Cthulhu is coming. That Doom color, though, that killed us, man. If we were playing our Priest, we would have just entombed his Cthulhu, and then his whole deck is useless. We would have just grinded him out with Elise and just healing for 4 every turn. So the problem is now, if we basically we're forced to play the monkey now. Because if he Cthulhu's, we have no way to activate the execute. Do we play the Crazed Worshipper? We know he plays 2 brawls. So I guess we just hold on to it because it's a legendary. So please don't play Cthulhu. And if you play Cthulhu, please just draw me my Shield Slam. If we still have it in the deck. I'm not really sure how many we've used. I've lost track. Bran into the 20 armor. Yeah, buddy. Okay. That's a really nice draw. Did we kill Bran? Yeah. He's gonna play Cthulhu and I really don't feel like taking double Cthulhu damage, please. We're a little bit more health than him, not by much though. The shield block, that's not what he should be doing right now. Definitely, oh my gosh. If we had like any ability to deal 3 damage to this, we would send him into fatigue so quickly. Oh my god. There's our Shield Slam. Do we play the Crazed Worshipper, or do we just keep this Acolyte of Pain alive? I do not think we make this attack. Play the Crazed Worshipper. We lose out on a legendary, but we get a 3/6. How important is a 3/6? How big is his Cthulhu? I don't know. Probably like 20 something. That's pretty big. I wanted to be able to make him draw at least 2 cards with Acolyte of Pain, but well, yeah, I guess that would have been good. Maybe not to play the Crazed Worshipper, because now he can attack and draw the card, which could be Cthulhu. He didn't have to waste any mana to do so. Yeah, so he's going to make this attack here. Draw an extra card. It's, oh, okay, it's only a 17/17. That's fine. Oh, that's mine. Derp. Execute? Okay. So we just have to draw into Monkey or something like that. Actually, we don't even need to draw in a Monkey. I'm just going to... Yeah, we're just going to passive. Do nothing.
Almost out of cards.
So we have Shield Slam. That's annoying. Play another creature? Play another creature? Play another creature? No other creature. I was hoping he'd play another one so we could brawl and actually get some utilization out of that, but it's fine. So we know we're playing the Shield Bear. Now the question is, do we swing our Gorehowl into this 4/2? Or do we just hold on to what we have? Because you can just swing, but then we can still brawl, and it kills 1.
Maybe.
But now he could swing, this stays alive. But that would have happened anyway. So we basically just want to set him up to the error here instead of us waiting for the error. Okay, so he's going to attack. We knew this was going to happen. He makes that trade. We knew that was going to happen. He War Axes again. If we know that's going to happen. And then he here tanks up, and we know this is going to happen. Okay. This trade happens, we armor up. And now he's gonna wait for us to have no armor. So when he Cthunes, he's gonna wait for us to go down in armor, so when he does Cthulhu, we can't shield slam him. But we do have an execute. So it really doesn't matter how much our shield slam hits for. But then our monkey's not that great. We only get 2 legendaries. But he only has 2 cards anyway, and we still have a weapon. I hit fatigue first, so I'm honestly going to probably need... So if I monkey now, it's almost admitting defeat because we can't kill the Cthulhu. Unless we get some sort of legendary that kill... Like, we'd have to get, like, Ren Blackhand and then have a dragon in our hand, which I really don't feel like that being my win condition. So he's just going to sit here and keep armoring up until we have no armor, and then he's going to Cthulhu. So we need to plan this out some sort of way. How do we want to do this? Because it's safe to say as soon as we monkey, he's going to Cthulhu. If he had no Cthulhu, we would have won. Or no Doomcaller, bring back Cthulhu. So his Cthulhu's like a 13/13. Actually could not kill the monkey, and then our weapon in that would maybe kill it. But we have to sit here and wait. There's no way. There's no way we can just hope to God that our monkey gives us the stuff he needs. And he's just gonna have super low health. He's just gonna sit there and wait. Fuck me. We almost have to monkey. Because it's just gonna go, we're on the clock right now. Because he's just waiting for us not to have execute and shield slam. Who does this at 7:30 in the morning, folks? We have to, right? Because he's just going to wait till we have no armor.
So many.
But we can execute it. But it's still going to deal all that damage when it comes out. But then we still have monkey. But he's just going to wait for it to deal all the damage in one turn. He doesn't even have to use it before we have no armor. He can just use it the turn before. And then we'd have to shield slam weapon, and then we'd have to monkey that. You know, we're just gonna take the risk. We're just gonna sit here and wait. So we're gonna waste 2 cards, monkey, armor up, and then hope he doesn't kill us in one turn. No, but he could just do that anyway. Because let's say his Cthulhu's at 15/15. He waits till we have like fucking 10 HP. We armor up, we turn the turn over to him. Yeah, we have to monkey now. There's no fucking way.
So many choices.
There really is no way. Because he's just gonna wait. I wish I had someone to consult that actually knows what the fuck is going on. I mean, if you guys understand what I'm saying, right? Like, he just waits until we have the HP that when he uses Cthulhu, he ends his turn, and then he fatigue, and then we draw the fatigue, we lose. And that's all he has to wait for. So we have to monkey. There's no fucking way. We just turn these cards into legendaries and hope the legendaries can deal with Cthulhu. I want to know how the fuck we kept Shield Slam in our hand. What the fuck just happened? Oh, we just got our Cthulhu! And Deathwing! And Edric the Pure! Fuck you, Warrior. We just won. Fuck you, man. Use your Cthulhu.
Holy wrecked.
Yeah.
Mistcaller makes your Cthulhu do 1 more damage, too.
I guess playing that was bad because now he can brawl. But it's fine.
You just waste a card to kill 1 creature.
Well, then our 6/6 goes down. Our taunt was 6/6.
Maybe that goes down.
Your magic.
Spellbreaker. What the fuck? And he brawls. Okay. So, can the monkey live? Of course this is gonna live. Oh, yes, the monkey lives. Monkey forever. We got so lucky with our legendaries. He's not expecting
Oh my
the
God.
Cthulhu out of the monkey, man.
I gotta watch the end.
We deserve this.
Oh. You definitely do.
No, I shouldn't.
Yeah, you do.
Will this make it go down to 1?
Yes.
Prepare yourselves for the ultimate test.
How mad?
Probably pretty upset. There's no way for him to win now.
And then we Cthulhu, and then I mean, we could have Cthulhu there and just won, I suppose. But I want to show him the power of Cthulhu, our Cthulhu.
He's gonna go face and concede. Yep. Passive concede.
Oh man, that was one game. We've played 3 games today. We won 2, lost 1.
That was only the third game.
That was only the 3rd game.
Jesus Christ. What does that do with your control warriors?
41 minutes for 3 games. So roughly 12 and a half minutes, no, 15-ish minutes a game. Like 13. I'm glad I'm not playing Priest right now. Because we've gone against 1 Rogue and 1 Druid, 1 Warrior, and a Zoo. So like half the time the Priest... Well, this is the 4th game. But 2 of those matchups are really bad for the Priest, and only 1 of those matchups was bad for the Warrior. So I'm satisfied with the Warrior right now. The only class I don't like going against with the Warrior would have to be probably Rogue, because it's just annoying and it's really broken right now. Another Warrior, just because how long the games are. We normally win the matchup, just because of how much I play Warrior, and we can kind of, we can foresee. Tony, I have to show you this fucking clip earlier. I guessed like 2 turns ahead, and it happened out exactly how I planned it. It was fucking insane. They can vouch for me. It was fucking disgusting. All right, we're not gonna coin. We're just gonna coin on the Ravaging Ghoul and kill both these guys. And then, so we said, and then Priest. Priest isn't fun either, because like, let's say we play Cthulhu, he just entombs it, which is really sad. Power of the Wild to give himself the 3/2. Okay. I almost want to just War Axe here and kill the 3/2, or we just, yeah, we don't even need to coin. Yeah, we're just gonna kill the 3/2. And hopefully right here he doesn't buff these 1/1s, and then we can just play the Ravaging Ghoul naturally. And then followed by the Bloodhoof, followed by the Bronze into Disciple and Cthulhu to deal 4 damage. Yeah, so now we can just play the Ghoul, not have to worry about the Ghoul dying to a 3/1. We're also still at 22 health. And I say 22 health is just that if that's a lot against a Druid, it's actually not that much, because as we know, Druids can do that whole Savaging Roar thing, which is seemingly popped back up with the new Token Druid deck, the new Brokeback. They've reinvented the Brokeback, Tony. I'll show you. I will show you the way later today of the new Brokeback. I will play the Brokeback once I reach Legend. Just so I can, because I don't know 100% how to play it yet, as I haven't actually played the deck, but in my head, and what I've seen, Warshack, can reinvent the Brokeback. With the help, of course, everybody else playing Brokeback. But my Brokeback will be better. Better than ever before. You guys didn't hear what he said, and I'm not going to repeat it. Actually, have you seen their new t-shirt? One of their new t-shirts is actually pretty cool. Yeah. I didn't say that, though. So depending on what he plays this turn, we'll brand into the the Disciple to deal the double 2. Or we'll just use our... It's the blue one. No, I don't know. Turn your screen. He just Leroyed my 2. Oh my god. This guy is playing Pure Face. It is... Yes. Doesn't that look cool?
Yeah, the storm.
Yeah.
It's like triangular storm.
So if we play Brand coin into Disciple, he just swipes.
I'm gonna buy it.
This is really bad, guys. You're not gonna buy it.
I'm leaving.
We're just gonna Disciple his face just to get 1 out there and to use our passive. If he has Swipe, he'll use it now. If we just had 1/1/1 out, he wouldn't have used Swipe. But now he's gonna use Swipe if he has it. And then we can, of course, brand into the other Disciple. But we didn't want to brand and Disciple, because then he just swipes brand. So he'll just swipe face here. Or he won't swipe face at all. We'll just lie. No swiping face. Well, we don't really know if he does or doesn't have swipe right now. So we're just gonna do this and then swing into there. And we'll try to bait out the swipe once more. Again, I do not want to brand. There was no point to brand there because we would have still had to swing our weapon. Or we could have saved weapon and then swung a 1-1 whelp. But then we still have a 2-4 and then 2 1-1s out that die to swipe.
Unleash the
Oh boy. Okay. That's pretty good. I don't think we brand here, right? Ugh, there's no point. We need to save it for the 20 armor or the double Veclor.
Pay attention, class.
Swipe. Swipe, Wrath. Swipe, Wrath, Raven Idol. Swipe, Wrath, Raven Idol, Wild Growth, Innervate. What you got for me? What you got? What you got? Druid of the Saber. Give +1 to +1 to everybody. Hey, Lamau. It's all in my head. Let's see what we draw. Yeah, that's pretty good. This dies. This dies. I'm kind of scared if we Justicar, we're gonna die.
Why?
I think we can play Bran here because we know we're just gonna win through Justicar. And then he's gonna swing his 2-4 or his 4-3 into Bran, and that saves us. Unless we want to save it for the 20 armor. But it saves us from taking 4 to the face, and then we have no way to deal with this next turn unless we Justicar Ravaging Ghoul, and then we don't. Yeah, we have to play this. Because we have no way to kill this next turn too, because we're just going to swing these 2 1-1s into it, and that's not enough. And True Heart's not enough. So if Bran dies here, I really don't care, because then we can just swing our 1-1 into that. I almost want to Brawl here. Doesn't Brawl look fantastic? Brawl, no, we're not going to Brawl here. We're gonna wait one more. We're gonna wait one more turn.
You sure? Because Brawl would be pretty good.
Brawl and then what? His creature lives in a... I guess we can Brawl. Hopefully his 4-1 lives. Oh, never mind.
You're 1-1.
Oh, savage.
Even better. I mean, if it's 4-1 live, you could just coin that Ravaging Ghoul.
That's what I was... We wouldn't have had
So
a coin.
it was like a 50-50 chance that would have worked out.
It was a 25% chance that that would have happened.
So that would have happened, but still would have worked out, because if the 4-1 live, you just coin out Ravaging Ghoul.
There's a 25% chance of any minion. Yeah,
I'm saying 50% chance that it's good for you.
Okay, that's okay.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, that's different than what.
Vandal
What was that?
Die.
Yeah, we don't have a way to kill him.
Shield block into shield sign.
I mean, we're gonna shield block, and then depending what we get.
Fucking combo them out. I called that shit.
There you go. Good job, Tony.
Dude, I called that shit so hard.
You did.
I was like, call it out. I call.
No comment. Oh, he is playing Brokeback. This is the deck. It's not as good as mine.
Token,
yeah, it's like the token Brokeback. And
so they're playing like double fucking living roots.
Double living. I'll show you the deck after this. Well, after we get to rank 3, we just have to win this one, and well, we're gonna win this one, and then the next one, unless he has Yogg. Yeah, he's just gonna go face. Do we Brawl again? If we Brawl, we have, and then one of these lives. That's not good.
We could Ravaging Ghoul.
That needs to die, and then we just do this. We have Tank up, Tony.
You got Resident Sleeper, man.
We got Resident Sleeper, and then we've got Veclor next turn. So we
Dude, Twitch hates the warrior.
So as long as he doesn't play Yogg. Yogg is his win condition. That's Yogg. That's not Yogg. That's a charged kitty. Kitty!
Oh.
Wrath the Draw. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Dude, he's going in.
So what could we draw to deal 1 damage to this? We already used 1 Ravaging Ghoul. We could draw Slam. Slam would just kill it. Blood of Brave. Please don't play Yogg. Like Yogg can just instantaneous make him win.
Just like hit yourself in the face a bunch of times.
Yeah, basically.
If you're gonna Yogg,
I hate Yogg so much. Like I wanted Yogg to be a card that was super competitive and really fun and stuff, but there's nothing fun about Yogg. It is basically let me Yogg, and if I win, I win. If I lose, I was gonna lose anyway.
It's a no skill card.
Yeah, there's no skill, but that's what I'm talking about. You should have just waited for Yogg, bro. Like honestly, he had a chance with Yogg. I've lost so many games because they just YOLO Yogg juice and then they fucking win. All right, so 1 game until rank 3. And then we'll call it here. We're at 52 minutes in the chat, boys. Any cool new comments that we can answer in the chat, boys? Bro, you cheaping out on games, son. Hashtag no value on Tony's Trials. Yes, we are definitely, as we, oh my god.
It will be longer, I'm sorry.
Or they will be longer? Are you sure?
Yeah, we can do like hour-long videos for this. We only do them once a week, so.
We'll see. You're the one that said 30 minutes. You made a pact that you wanted 30 minutes. Do we keep Chosen? The problem is if he's Tempo Warrior, which I think he is, because I've got the feeling that he is Tempo. All right, we're just gonna get rid of everything here. I don't like it. We want War Axe. We want shit that's good. This is not the shit that's good. This is not what I was talking about. This is not the direction I was taking this hand. Oh boy. Oh my god, that's too many slams. That's so much slam. It's a lot of slam right now. Longer is better. We know you guys like the longer videos. The problem with these longer videos is they're really hard for us to do. Because, well, like, let's say, like, we always pump a video out a day, right? So you always can expect a video. But if the videos we put out a day are 1 hour each, that means that we have to have at least 3 to 4 videos ahead of time. Like, well, I'll get into that in a different video. Yeah, it's too much right now. I think we're just gonna coin the Chosen. We have 2 4-drops. But yeah, there's lag time in between video, guys. So like when I record this and when you guys see this, it'll be like a week and a half apart. And for an hour a day, Road to Legends, I don't mind making like an hour and a half because that's just how long it takes us to win to get to the next rank. But like doing arena and stuff, playing for an hour, I mean, maybe we'll have time for 1 or 2 sessions, but if we are there 30-ish minutes each, we have time for 4 sessions, and then we can actually pump out maybe more than 1 video a day. So you're basically getting the same amount of content. It just helps us be able to stagger the videos better. So he is playing Tempo Warrior. Which is fine with me. Because he'll eventually run out of steam. We just need to make sure we drew into the brawl, which is really important, because he's going to fill up his field to at least 4 to 5 creatures within the next 1 to 2 turns. Hopefully he doesn't play Bloodhoof Brave, not Bloodhoof Brave, but the Karen, because Karen will actually live through brawl. So there's the Elite and his 3/3. Whoa, okay, he just makes that trade. Alright, so it's actually good if we draw into our Ravaging Ghoul, because we could slam his Ravaging Ghoul, and then that of course doesn't happen. I guess we just, I mean, we could go for it, right? This seems so bad. If we slam this and we have no play, yeah, we just have to lose. At least contest both cards. It's only 7 damage. Next turn's just Garp, but that really doesn't even feel that great. There's Berserker. There's a Slam. And then his 3/3 swings into it, or he's going to execute it. Alright, 4/1 into it. Okie dokie. If we would have slammed, we would have gotten the Ravaging Ghoul. But, you know, how do we know that? How do we know that? We don't know that. So, we could Ravaging Ghoul. Nah, I think we just slam this and then execute it off. Well, now it actually looks a little bit better to just War Axe it down. But I think we'll just, well, if we can passive, no, because then we can't do that. So we'll just execute it, War Axe, kill this 3/3. Yeah, so, I mean, who would have known that we would have gotten the Ravaging Ghoul with our slam? No one knows that shit. Besides the game. So depending on what he plays this turn, we'll go ahead. Oh god, give him a shitty weapon. Thank you, game. Oh, that's not shitty. That's not shitty at all. That's a weapon forever. That's an issue. That's a big issue. So we've used both executes. We have to keep this in mind. Our only removal now is Brawl and Shield Slam. And we still have to kill a Rag. We still have to kill a Hell Scream. We still have to kill a lot of shit. It's a lot of stuff between now and, oh my god, Tentacles for Arms. At least at least it costs 5 mana, right? So he is going to constantly have to reapply this 5 mana weapon that only has 2 attack.
I have an axe to grind.
Armor made to fit.
You're making me want to brawl this board. But I'm not going to. I'm going to get the True Heart out here. The problem with the True Heart, though, is it only has 3 attack or 3 HP, so now he can just re-equip the Tentacles for Arms and then swing his like Armor Smith into it, kill it, and then keep these 2 guys on the board. Cthulhu's nice. So Warshack actually deals with this really well. Hopefully he plays like another creature, and then we'll brawl it out. I doubt he will, though, but he only has technically 5 damage on the board, so... Alright, shield block. Our Brave is pretty nice.
I have an axe.
We also have to keep in mind he does have a Harrison, which he's probably saving for Gorehowl. That's why he's not killing our Warshack with it. Slam Armor Smith weapon into it. Or execute. He already executed, I believe. What did he execute before? He executed something before, am I right? I swear he executed something else in this game. Brawling this does not feel good. Because Brave is the only card on the field that's actually doing anything.
I bleed for
So if this was an Alkali to Pain, which it was originally, that wouldn't have helped us here at all. And Crazed Worshipper actually puts a card on the board that's decent. So you could Rag right here. Ghoul to deal 1, gains 4 armor, and now he Battle Rages for 4 cards. Now our Brawl is a little bit better. Our Warshack actually kills this now. We also could Cthulhu, and hopefully it would clear. As long as he killed this 5-2, I think we'd be safe. But then he would Rag. I guess it doesn't even matter if he kills the 5-2, because we could swing our weapon into it. Yeah, we'll see what happens. He's gonna gain a lot of armor, but I don't really care. As long as it, there he goes. Nice.
It's hammer time. It's hammer time.
So maybe he doesn't have a... He could Rag and then swing his weapon into Cthulhu.
Behold the armies
Okay,
of Storm.
Varian works. Give him spells, no creatures. No Bloodhoof. Not Bloodhoof, but Karen. I don't want to see a Karen. Cool, no Karen. 4 cards left in his deck too. It's good for us. Alright, so obviously he has Hell Scream in his hand and or Rag. So we slam, alright, so we slam this. So this goes here. Whoops.
That's not right.
That was supposed to kill that first. That was my bad. So we gain 1 armor unnecessarily. Sad part is he could rag hits face, and he wins. Because then you just follow up with a Hell Scream and like a Slam or something like that. But I don't think he has another Execute, right? For some reason I remember him thoroughly using both Executes. But he could have it. Who knows? I feel like he's gonna Hell Scream here, right? Hell Scream to kill the Cthulhu? That'd make sense. Armor Smith, Ravaging Ghoul. He has some sort of plan. Ravaging Ghoul is definitely a part of this plan. Okay, so he had 1 more Execute left. Weaponsmith, okay.
The feast of souls begins now.
This is going to be a close game. There's 2 cards left to our 11, so fatigue is definitely what we're going to win in, but we just have to survive. Like, against this mid-range or tempo warrior, whatever you're going to call it, it's basically just being able to withstand their onslaught of shit until we can finally... So here's Rag or Hellscream. Battle Rage to draw 1. So he's looking... What doesn't he have? What would be the last card in his deck? Would this be the Hellscream? Because we still have another Brawl in our deck. And we still have 2 gain 10 armors. We still have some good stuff in there. There's the Hellscream. Okay. Definitely gonna brawl this out. Inner Rage to make the trade, which means we can just Shield Slam the Hellscream. So now, as long as he doesn't play Rag, because we'd have to, oh god. Alright, so we hopefully Rag hits face. As silly as that sounds, we need to Brawl and we need our 2-1 to live. Uh-oh. This is an issue. He theoretically doesn't have to play anything. I would hate to lose like this. Play another monster. Play another creature. Play another creature. Play another creature. Yes! Even if it's Bloodhoof, it's okay. Because it's just another creature that we don't have to deal with like Rag. All good with that result. Because we take 4 damage a turn, we gain 4 damage a turn because of our tank up. Oh my god, what a close game. Oh my god. This is still so close. The last card's in his hand. Not a Battle Rage. Hopefully Karen lives. That kind of sucks. We can't ghoul and bash.
So many choices.
All right. So hopefully he swings the 4/4 into the 3/3, and then we'll be able to bash it. I don't know what his last card in his hand is though. All right, another monkey. So we just need to draw any of the gain 10 armors 6/6s, and I think we'll be in a pretty decent spot. That's not exactly what we were hoping for. Theoretically, he should be able to die. I mean, there's only 6 cards left in our deck, and they're very, from what I remember, 2 of them are 6/6s that gain 10 armor. We get one of those, we win. I mean, he only has 6 damage a turn, and we go up.
Tentacles 4 armor. There.
It's the infinite value card.
I like how people like were really fighting that this might actually be
There we go.
a good card.
And now we win.
Pretty much. You have another one.
Yes. But the problem was that there was only 6 cards left, and we hadn't drawn one yet. So it was.
You didn't play a faster deck.
And
Rank 3.
we're at rank 3. The power of rank 3. I'm working on it, man. The classes are hard this semester. There's a ton of fucking work. You have to write a 10K report and fucking all this shit that they're making you do? No. Alright, so we're going to call it here, guys. We've reached rank 3. How very exciting. As always, I'm Warshack, of course, and happy whatever the hell day it is.